Will Gibson ruin Mesa Boogie? Let's talk about it. Hey, good people, what's going on? Um, Before we get into today's topic, I want you to smash that subscribe, hit the like. The reason is I want to grow this channel, and that will help. There is a wish list and a dream list of guests that I would love to talk to, so that would help get them on the channel. And if you're somebody out there that wants to talk gear or talk music, hit me up and we'll do it. Anyways, today we're going to talk about the Gibson Mesa Boogie fiasco thing going on, all this speculation. I'm going to throw my 2 cents in there like everybody else has. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube where people are frankly pissed off that Randall Smith is out at Mesa Boogie. Now, through my research as of today, I have not seen anything that Gibson officially fired Mr. Smith or that he retired or he was pushed out or whatever. And let me give you a little backstory real quick. Mesa Boogie was founded by a gentleman named Randall Smith that started out modifying Fender amps, specifically Princeton amps, I think. A guitar player in the California area where he was had come to him and said, hey, I want to hide a 100-watt amp in this cabinet, in this small Fender amp. So he started doing that. And then eventually he, through luck, got one of his amps in the hands of Carlos Santana, who said, man, this thing really boogies. And Randall's like umbrella company, he did concrete footers, he did all kind of stuff, was Mesa Engineering. So Mesa Boogie was born. And then if you rewind about 3 years from now, Gibson bought Mesa Boogie, which at the time was very odd. Like, what would one of the premier guitar manufacturers want with a premier amp manufacturer? Why did Randall decide to sell to Gibson? Why did Gibson want that high gain amplifier manufacturer? These are all questions that have really not ever been dove deep into or answered. But I'm going to give you my take on what's going on. One, Gibson has not come out and said that they fired Randall Smith. The statement was that he's just no longer there after so many years, however many years it's been. And then there's no official statement from Randall Smith saying that, hey, I retired, or hey, they fired me, or hey, whatever. Here's my 2 cents. Gibson bought Mesa for their production capabilities and facilities because Gibson has dropped their own lines of amplifiers that are built in the Mesa factory that were designed by Mesa. The fonts on the back even look Mesa. So I think that they wanted to get back into the amp manufacturing, thing. Because if you look at, we'll say the big three of guitars, Gibson, PRS, Fender. PRS and Fender make amps. Obviously, Fender has their own design in-house. Fender, or PRS, I think is, what's the gentleman's name? It slips me. But they make their own amps. Obviously, Fender makes great amps. Some of them are made in Mexico, some overseas, whatever, which is something else I'll touch on real quick. So I think Gibson wanted in that game. And I think the amps that historically that Gibson had built, frankly, can't compete with what PRS and Fender builds, right? And I think that they just wanted a premier amplifier company to go head to head with that instead of having to start their own division from the ground up and designers and blah, blah, blah and all that. They went out and bought one. And they'll let them build their little amps. Not saying that Mesa Boogie is little or irrelevant, but what I'm saying is now we will see, I guarantee we will see them put out more Gibson branded amps out of that facility, out of the Mesa Boogie facility. The other thing, and I'm going to speculate and say that Randall Smith may have left because we will see a Mesa Boogie that is not built in the United States. I almost bet the bank that that is coming. We'll see a $500, $600 Mesa Boogie amp that is not built in the United States, because Mesas are not cheap. This will drive up the cost of original Mesas. Um, but I don't know. Comment what you think about that. But anyways, back to the point. I think Gibson is going to terraform that production facility to build what they want. I think maybe internally there was some disagreement on the uh, direction of where Mesa is going. And as far as the overseas, I just said that. I believe we will see a Mesa Boogie that is built outside the United States. So that's my 2 cents. Why did Mesa not go to someone like Bad Boutique Amp Distributors that does Friedman, Soldano? They do a bunch of amps, Synergy. Um, who knows? It would have been cool for them to do that. Maybe Bad just didn't. They didn't reach out. Maybe there was no interest. Maybe Gibson just threw big money, which is cool. They got big money. So let me know what you think. Again, comment, like, subscribe, and remember that music is love. Love is music. Take care of one another. Peace.